right, boys, there's something I want to talk about. All right, Rusev. I think we all know who Rusev is. If you don't, this man was a legend. We'll talk about him here in a second. But he has officially signed back with WWE. So he will be coming back. I'm not sure when. They didn't say like a certain event or a month or anything. But obviously, I would assume they would want to keep that a surprise, anyways. I'm gonna assume it's post WrestleMania. To be honest, I just don't know where he would fit in with what, like 2.5 weeks to go to WrestleMania. But yeah, he's officially back, and a video I wanted to make is some opponents or what they can do with him when he comes back. I just kind of want to talk about what his future of WWE looks like and my predictions, or what I think he should, be feuding with the opponents, and the belts he should be going for, in my opinion. So yeah, let's get straight into it. First of all, in my opinion, no offense to Rusev, he's cool, but just now coming back, since it's been so long, he's definitely should be like in the mid title card picture, right? Like, I don't think he should immediately be going in with Cody Rhodes and his belt, or Gunther's belt or whatever, or let's say Jay beats Gunther, Jay's belt or anything like that, right? He shouldn't be in the World Heavyweight Championship picture, or Universal Champion picture, whatever. I think a perfect belt for him would actually be the US Championship, and at the moment, that was a bad voice crack, I apologize. And at the moment, it would be LA Knight who's holding it. Now, we don't know if he's going to keep it after WrestleMania, but let's say LA Knight holds on to it after WrestleMania, which I would hope he does, to be honest with you. Let's say he keeps it post WrestleMania, he still has it. Rusev comes back. I think LA Knight and Rusev beef would be really nice, and I think the title itself fits him as well. I think Rusev, when he had the US belt before John Cena dethroned him at WrestleMania 31. Rusev was a cool US champion, so I wouldn't mind seeing that again. And I think this is perfect for him to go with. But let's say it's like, I'm just kind of predicting here. They do LA Knight versus like Jacob Fatu or something at WrestleMania 41 here. Jacob Fatu dethrones him. Jacob Fatu and Rusev kind of give me the same vibes, the same type of wrestler. They're both big boys, but they can actually like wrestle, right? It's not like they're like the Big Show or Mark Henry. Like, they might be bigger, but like they can hit moonsaults or some crazy moves. We've seen from both of them the moves they have hit. So a Jacob Fatu and Rusev match would hit, and that would actually be like crazy. So if they go that route too, I wouldn't mind that. So some of my favorite opponents are already named is LA Knight, Jacob Fatu. To be honest, who's ever holding the US belt. And also, I think SmackDown needs the help right now. Like, to be honest, anybody right now would want to go to Raw on Netflix, because that's just where all the superstars are. That's where all the hot stories are happening. That's just where everything's happening. But that's the problem. I love watching Raw every week, but SmackDown is just, I just want to take a nap. I'm gonna be honest with you. 90% of it sucks until like either the main event, or they do some type of main segment, like the contract signing between CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. That was dope, but the whole other SmackDown of that, I didn't really care about, to be honest with you. SmackDown has just been a snooze fest lately, so they need some superstars and some people to beef with the belts over there, right? Like LA Knight needs some more people to beef with. So I think Rusev would be, a cool guy to do there. So that's just my opinion. So I just think, that's all I really have to say here. Shorter videos. I think Rusev should be going for the US belt, whether it's LA Knight or Jacob Fatu holding it, or maybe it's somebody we're not thinking of that's holding it. Like, let's say Jimmy Uso. Let's say they do a Jimmy Uso, Jacob Fatu, LA Knight triple threat match for the US title at WrestleMania 41. Jimmy Uso somehow wins it. I wouldn't even mind a Jimmy Uno. That's a nickname we just got right there. Jimmy Uso versus Rusev match would be kind of fun as well. But that's just what I see. That's what I picture in my mind. Maybe just because his best moment in WWE was when he held the US title, so maybe that's why I'm just rethinking it again. But like, let's say they do move on the Raw, right? Let's say he does go to Raw on Netflix. Again, I think he still should be in the mid title card scene. So let's say he goes for the IC belt. At the moment, let's say Braun Breaker, doesn't lose his belt at WrestleMania 41. He keeps his belt. A Braun Breaker versus a Rusev match would also hit. But let's think of like the IC belt match. Like, at the moment, it looks like they're doing a fatal four-way between Braun Breaker, Penta, Dirty Dom, and Finn Balor. That's looking like what the match is going to be happening at the moment, unless something changes. Any four of those guys, whoever wins that, I wouldn't mind Rusev beefing with. Like, for example, let's say Penta wins the belt at WrestleMania, the IC belt at WrestleMania 41. A Penta versus Rusev match would also hit. So the whole point of this video is, in my opinion, he just should be going for one of the mid-title belts, in my opinion. If he goes to Raw, he should be going for the IC belt. If he goes to SmackDown, he should be going for the US belt. But one thing I do want to say is this man should not be going to NXT. Hey, WWE, Triple H, look at me. Listen, this man is goated. Do not put him on NXT. Nothing against NXT, but this guy is the main roster guy, and we need him on SmackDown. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, you guys tell me down below in the comments who you think he should be beefing with when he returns to WWE. I hope you all enjoyed this video, though. Drop a like, sub if you're new, and I'll catch you all in the next one.